It's funny, Nick and I met a couple of years ago at a YouTube conference, and we were both talking at this YouTube conference. Nick made a very successful cartoon with a couple of mates called Beach Jazz, and I made a series of videos with my brother called The Fully Sick Rapper, and it was his character online. So we worked on this film Sick that we made together, and where Nick played a role in, and my brother and I directed, and we just had heaps of fun working together. And then after living in Bondi for 4 or 5 years, I just thought it'd be really fun to make a web series that kind of took the piss out of the young dudes in Bondi, and spoke to Nick about it, and so we just started doing some writing around that.
Hipsters relatively ironic, or at least how we portray them. They're these people that exude this outward flow of being very connected, of the earth, considerate and aware, blah, 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 but they're doing that within the Western mainframe, which is a fairly toxic environment.
I think it's also something to do with that, like wanting to be cool at all costs, but to never be seen to be wanting to be cool. And trying so hard to look like you don't care, but caring so much about looking like you don't care. I wouldn't say that it's either a love letter or hate mail.
Yeah, true.
I would say that there's just there's a thing that we personally find quite amusing about that lifestyle,
totally.
And about the contradictions that exist within that lifestyle. And it's something that, you know, it's not just applicable to hipsters as a group of people. Most young people now in any city of the world, and it's probably been the case for young people since the dawn of time, is that young people love to think that they're part of the solution when they can often be part of the problem.
It'd be more of a love letter than it would be a hate mail.
Nick and I are really passionate about the stuff that we do online and about getting people motivated to create stuff online, and so for us it's just going to be a nice opportunity to kind of sit on stage and have a chat, and you know, we're just kind of going to be answering questions that people have, and that the speaker might have with regards to creating and making stuff online. Things that we've learnt and things that we've done wrong, and
totally.
Things that hopefully some people can get some learning from that.
Strategies, techniques, what works best for each particular style of content differs, but we'll really talk, I think, mostly about the doingness. The world rewards people who do shit, and if you've got a passion for the creative arts or whatever, do that online. It's an amazing concept that creators can have the power now. So new media, it's just another format, and there will be millions of theories and methods by which to try and kind of tame this whole medium. The sweet thing is like, it's going to breed wonderful creators and creative concepts.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time just making stuff and putting it online, and that's just something that we have a lot of fun doing. But yeah, it's also kind of this massive opportunity, and these new areas within that are starting to kind of show themselves, like affiliated content where you know, a brand or a studio or somebody with investment can affiliate themselves with something great that is made by a home content creator. And YouTube has just been the perfect platform for that to take off, for anybody in their living room to be able to gain an audience of millions of people worldwide. And that's kind of really changing traditional production, and it's really changing the relationship that creators can have with networks and film companies and things like that, because you can actually build your own audience online, prove that your idea works, and then walk into, you know, a TV network or a film studio with not only scripts and treatments and all the same things that you would have had formerly, but also an audience. Because I think in 5 years' time, TV will pretty much probably be YouTube, really.
Yeah,
like, by the time Apple TVs and, you know, Google set-top boxes and everything like that are kind of widely adopted, and Australia finally puts in the National Broadband Network, like, as soon as all the speed's there, the technology's there, and people will just be able to watch whatever they want, click of a button. I kind of got really excited about it from a very early stage when it started to, as soon as I accidentally made something that went viral, I kind of got really excited by the fact that actually can occur. And so there's kind of this massive both opportunity and kind of coming at the same time, there's all this interest from brands and from traditional media providers and film studios and TV networks and film companies to kind of like better understand what makes good online content. So traditional businesses and more traditional studios and networks and stuff are actually seeking out people's work on the internet,
like a
and
pilot.
connecting them. Yeah, it's effectively probably the best way to pilot a new idea now.
Everyone has amazing ideas. Everybody. The only difference between them and myself, or them and Christian and myself, is that we've just done shit and released it. If more people created stuff and put it out there, the world would just be peppered with more beautiful shit, you know? So hopefully what our role will be on the day is just to inspire people to create. That would be a wonderful thing.